What's up, guys? My name's Abraham. I don't know who's watching this or who this is for, but I'm titling this video, Only If You Knew Who You Are and Whose You Are. Only if you knew who you are and whose you are. Man, let me tell you a quick story. So a couple years ago, I was at a conference and I remember being so excited to go to this conference. I wore my jacket that I had. I wore that jacket all the time. I wore it in the winter, in the fall. This conference was in the summer. I wore it in the summer. It was my favorite jacket. It was like the cheapest thing that you could ever see or ever find, but it was like falling apart on the inside, but it was my favorite jacket of all time. I remember getting there early, sat in the second row, and out of nowhere, the senior pastors to the conference, Pastors Glenn and Deborah Berteau, sit in the first row. I'm just like I was like, oh, that's so dope. Then they asked me, they said, hey, we need help in the lobby. So I was like, okay, I don't want to lose my spot because the whole place is filled. So I leave my jacket and I go. I come back and my jacket's not there. No one's sitting in my seat, but my jacket's not there. I start getting mad. I'm like, bro, sorry, I really saw my jacket in this conference. Then the usher comes to me and says, hey, Pastor Deborah was cold, so she asked whose jacket that was, and your friends behind you said that it was okay for her to sit there. I was like, okay, that's fine, that's awesome, you know? After the conference, she gives it back to me and she says, thank you. Bro, I remember when I grabbed that jacket, I literally valued that thing 20 times more. I would tell friends, I would be like, bro, do you know who wore this jacket? Do you know who wore it? And they were like, I'm like, no, bro, Pastor Deborah wore it. And I would be like, be careful, because when you put it on, you start praying. I'll be like, ooh, put it on like this. Bro, I literally treated that thing like it was the best thing ever. I don't know if you guys ever met someone famous. You guys shake their hand, take a picture, or they, would hug. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to wash the shirt. I'm never going to wash my hands. Whatever. That was me. So thinking about this video, God literally reminded me, only if you knew who you are and whose you are when you put me on. Only if you knew who you are and whose you are when you asked me to come in. Man, I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. Only if you knew who you are and whose you are, which is a masterpiece, which is purposeful. It doesn't matter your past. Man, only if you guys knew my past. I know if you're my friend, you've been watching me, my past, what I've done is some pretty messed up, crazy stuff. But God reminded me, only if you knew who you are and whose you are. Only if you knew who's watching this video. Only if you knew who you are and whose you are. Listen, I know you've probably been through a lot of stuff. You've probably done a lot of things. You've probably hurt a lot of people. That was me. That was me. Yeah, Abraham, I hurt a lot of people. Yup, Abraham, I messed up a lot of times. But God reminded me, only if you knew who you are and whose you are. One of my pastors, Pastor Nate Schatzline, told me this. He said, oh, the places we'll go. I think that's a Dr. Seuss quote or something like that. He said, oh, the places we'll go. Man, only if you knew who you are and whose you are, oh, the places God can take you. And 2020 is about to end and we're coming into a new year. Isn't it crazy if we started this year, this new year, thinking, only if I knew who I was and whose I was, oh, the places that God can take me in this next year that you could ever think, ask, or even imagine. This year in 2020, I found myself in places, in rooms surrounded by people where I'm just like, these people don't know who I am. They don't know my past. They don't know what I've done. I've done so many messed up things. I've hurt so many people. I don't deserve to be here. But God literally reminded me, Abraham, only if you knew who you are and whose you are, oh, the places that I can take you. This is for somebody watching this video right now. Only if you knew who you are and whose you are, oh, the places that God can take you. It doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what you did before this video or after this video. God's literally telling you right now, only if you knew who you are and whose you are, oh, the places that He can take you. You've been having dreams, you've been having visions about opening up a business, starting a clothing line, doing something different in your family, for your city. God's literally showing you a sneak peek to your movie, telling you, only if you knew who you are and whose you are, oh, the places that I can take you. Oh my gosh. I don't know who needs that, but that's for somebody. Only if you knew who you are and whose you are, oh, the places that God can take you. Thank you guys for watching this video, man. I love y'all.